And you'll know why here in just a second. You probably already know because there's only a few people that I would be allowed to speak about. And this is one of them. When I started thinking about what makes you successful in this business, I think it's, there are always awards and accolades and those kind of things, and those are great. But I think it really comes from getting respect from the people that you are in the same field of work with, and opening the door so that others love music, and this person is very successful, if that's the case. This year's Bandmaster of the Year began her career in Fox, Oklahoma, where she chose to play the flute. However, if you know her, you know that the flute chose her. She reads it. I tell you what. While in Fox, she not only participated in band, but she, as a high school student, drove a bus route and taught twirling lessons. And it was in Fox that she was told women should not be band directors. And fortunately, she didn't listen. Upon graduation, she made her way to the University of Oklahoma. And the first rehearsal with the Pride of Oklahoma was monumental for her because out on the field, Jimmy Brillkill said, "All right, I'd like all of the former twirlers to move to the front of the line." With pride, great pride, she moved to the front of the line where he said, "I hate twirlers." Thus, the beginning of the end of her twirling career. After she earned a bachelor's degree in music education, she started her teaching career in Velma, Alabama, where she taught band and choir for 4 years, and she met her future husband, Dewey, who was, now get this, the football coach. Just think about that for a second. Anyway, it was during her time that in Velma, Alabama, where she learned a lot. I mean, she's told me several times, this was a big learning thing for me. I learned so much, like things like, I taught my band how to get out on the field and do a halftime show, but at the first game I realized I didn't teach them how to get off the field. And so she realized that was pretty important. In 1984, she moved to Northeast Junior High in Altus and became the assistant high school director. And it was during this time that I first became aware of her and her junior high bands, which were incredible. As a young teacher, much younger, I listened to her bands and thought, I can't believe that's a junior high band. My bands are playing things with Bugs Bunny on the front. And some of that stuff is really good. But her bands were playing real stuff and playing it really well. And I decided right then and there, I need to get to know this lady because I think I can learn some stuff from her. And we became friends, and I've stolen from her ever since. In 1997, she became the band director at Altus High School. Her bands, both junior high and high school, have earned all kinds of awards, sweepstakes awards, outstanding achievement awards, best in class, all the stuff that you win. And we always joke about it. I always say she has many plaques and certificates, and she's kind of a big deal. It was, one of the things that I love about her is that she's a student. She's always trying to learn. Her bands, I don't think I've ever heard one of her bands play the same piece twice. She pushes herself as hard as she pushes her students. She is National Board Certified. She is an OBA exemplary teacher. She has been a clinician at Midwest. She teaches a gazillion flute students. And she's always busy doing honor bands and judging and all kinds of stuff. That's the Mary that you know. Now I'm going to just tell you a couple things that you might not know. She's looking really scared. She once tore her ACL while in marching band rehearsal. Now, while writhing in pain on the floor, she is yelling up to her band, "Don't stop, keep going, don't look at me, keep going." And so it was then that we affectionately started calling her Iron Mary Runyon, because the show did go on. When she was rehearsing a piece for her spring concert, she didn't kill me. But, you know, if you've ever watched her conduct, she's pretty into it. She's, you know, got super long arms, and she gets after it. But she was giving a rather emphatic cue, and her horrified students let her know that blood was gushing from her nose. And she had given a cue with a baton that came within millimeters of puncturing her sinus cavity. So that's always been another thing she's going to be really and she called me that day and said, "Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what happened." And she said, "Right now I'm laying on the couch, but the concert starts in 15 minutes. And anyway, the show went on. When I talked to people about her, these are what some of her colleagues said. "Mary's the best mentor or any teacher could ever have had. I would not have survived my early years without her guidance. And Dewey's ribs." Dewey's cooking came up a lot when I talked to people about Mary. "She's the best band director I know from Carter County. It was an honor to work with her, although she needs to watch those cues." Someone else said, "Mary was one of the first people I worked with after college. Her values, work ethic, and pedagogy are the standard that I use to evaluate others. Only a few have even been close to the admiration that I have for her." "I've known Mary for the past 20 years," said another colleague, "and I've had the honor of working with her bands for nearly all that time. We all know Mary does a great job and is an inspiring teacher, but I'm even more impressed with her as a person. She never rests. She's always working toward the next big thing, always finding ways to improve. She has a positive attitude, a winning smile, and is the kind of person who makes others want to excel." Her students said, "Everybody remembers the crazy stories she tells. Everybody remembers the evil eye. Everybody remembers the talks, and you knew when she was on the edge when she would say, 'Good gosh almighty,' and she still says that. But they also said, 'We remember the high expectations, that she works hard, she expects us to work hard, and we accomplish great things and play great music.'" I'm going to finish with just a little personal note. Mary and I have been friends for many, many years. And we'll probably be roommates in the nursing homes. No offense to our husbands. Sorry. We've traveled together, we've done honor bands together, we've judged together. Isn't that right, David? Facebook, you know how much ahead of the rest of us that she already is for what she's done. I'm envious of the energy that she has in teaching. She's completely passionate and excited to teach band. I once said, "What did you do if you won the lottery?" She said, "I put it in the bank and keep teaching." So there you have it. But of all the things I'm proud about, of her accomplishments and her musicianship, the thing that I am the most proud of is that she is completely mine, band soulmate, and my best friend. And so I'm very excited to present the Bandmaster of the Year, Mary Runyon.
deserving of this than I am, but thank you for it. I don't even know what to say. It means so much to me. To all my friends you've judged my band, you've clinicked my band, you've given me advice, I've called you, thank you very much. To the people I've taught with an Altus, Candy and Kevin and Donna Schultz and Jasmine Blake, I love you, thank you for all the work you've done in Altus. David Craig, it was just a tremendous honor to teach with you, Dad. And I've taught some fabulous students. I've had some great student teachers. One thing that I'll ever be blessed, I get up every morning and I feel almost guilty to go to work and get paid for something that I love to do. I don't feel like I work. I get paid to do what I love to do. And to my family, I can't believe you're here tonight. Thank you so much. And I dated a guy in college, and when we started getting junior and senior year, he quit dating me because he said that a band director really wasn't his idea of a wife. Can you imagine that? But anyway, I'm blessed to have found a man that he didn't mind being married to a band director. In fact, he cooks a lot more than I do, and does laundry probably a lot more than I do too. And thank you, Judy. And to Preston, I had to miss a lot of his things when he was in school because I was, doing band things. I remember when he was little bitty, if there was something he hated, he would say throw in the trash can. And so one time I was going to musical practice, and those of you that have done musicals, it's nights after nights after nights. And I said, Preston, I have to go to musical practice. And he said, throw that band in the trash can. So Preston, thank you for all your support, and this means the